Hi everyone. Just a short little video there to explain to you where we are in relation to driving lessons in this time of COVID-19. Now, first of all, I'd just like to express my condolences to anybody who has lost any loved ones during this time in the last few months. It's been very difficult on everybody. We all know that. Secondly, anybody who has had COVID-19 and is recovering at the moment, we wish you the best. Now, as people may realise, there has been not too many driving lessons happening now for the last 2 months, basically. I was just looking at the calendar today, and it's about 2 months since I did the last driving lesson. Currently, the aim is that all going well as we go through the phases of the reopening of the country, that hopefully now we'll be back doing driving lessons from July the 20th. Now, I've also seen correspondence from the Road Safety Authority, and they said all going well, going through the phases as we reopen the country again, that they hope to be back doing driving lessons from the 10th of August. So that is the timescale we're currently looking at, but it's all very fluid and things may change. I hope you understand all that. Currently, we're doing the best we can to prepare for going back to give driving lessons on the 20th of July as driving instructors. We're waiting on the guidelines to come from the government and on what we may have to do with our cars to get them safe enough to be able to conduct driving lessons in them again. And of course, we'll also be doing some extra safety guidelines ourselves, I would imagine, to complement what the national guidelines would recommend. It's very unlikely that any driving instructor would go back without following the national guidelines, because to be honest with you, I've spoken with a lot of my colleagues now, and a lot of driving instructors out there are in no rush to go back giving driving lessons at the current time. So when driving lessons do come back, it's more likely going to be at a reduced capacity, as I would imagine the driving tests would probably be at a reduced capacity as well. There will have to be time taken between each driving lesson, for example, to clean down the car as much as we can, and so on and so forth. Students may be asked to wear some personal protective equipment for the driving lessons, and as to what car we'll be using for the driving lessons, who knows? Who knows also what cars the driving testers may accept for driving test purposes. So it's all up in the air at the moment as regards guidelines and rules and regulations that we'll have to follow when we return. But we hope to return around the 20th of July. So folks, it really is all up to the general public to keep putting in the huge effort that you have put in, so we can all get back to where we want to be in the next couple of months. Okay, folks, if you have any questions, do write them below in the comment section. We'll do our best to answer them, and wishing you all the best for the next couple of months. Let's beat COVID-19, folks. Keep safe, keep well. Bye for now. We'll talk to you later.